Welcome to the One Up Podcast, a place where we talk sports, movie, video games, and everything else under the sun. I am your host, El Caballo. Here with me are my co-hosts, DJ Doey Fresh, Texas One Without a Gun, Mateo, and last but not least, the bald one, the great one, Pucho. And if you're new to our channel, please show some love by hitting the share, like, and subscribe button. And if you are a returning One Up gang member, thank you for continuously one-upping yourself. In this episode, we're talking, is Twitter dying? How important is credibility? And if you had to pick one movie to only watch one time, which one would it be? Let's go. You guys are killing me with the laughter, bro. The laughter was just killing me.
What movie, if you could only pick one movie to watch one time, it's what movies would you only watch one time? What movies have you only watched a single time and you haven't rewatched them?
Mm-hmm.
So
Doey's going sweaty this episode.
Yeah, what's up, guys?
Too much mute gang shit going on, though?
Yeah, it's too much mute gang.
It's a lot to deal with,
like
dude.
it.
I always like the little peek that we all do when we're checking our mics. We all kind of lean over a little bit.
I thank God I don't have that problem. I
stared at it, all right? I even told Doey to use the app so he could click, and I was looking at his fat fingers in a second. I'm like, I just explained to use the app. It's on your computer.
Pucho, what do you think if I change my name to One Up Mateo so I can be on the top over here?
Be the top guy? I would feel betrayed. Like
it would be you and Tony down in the bottom. You guys would crumble immediately. We would get into a fight. It would be bad.
Not really. If everybody just put One Up in front of their name, we'll all be in the same spot. Nothing would change.
That's fair.
That's if we did that, yeah. What are you, a communist? Everybody gets the same thing? That's how this works.
The clan tag is 2006.
What if we all changed our name to El Caballo?
I would not like that. I would not.
We could just all be El Caballo.
I like your Luigi green hat.
Ah, thank you. It's a Celtics hat. Celtics color, Celtics brand. Real teams.
Real teams?
Nobody said anything about the validity of a team.
That's the Celtic energy. It's all the Boston energy.
Ain't that worse than the Knicks energy? Y'all made a whole clip talking about thinking all the hate for every other team in the Heat. Because SMD, DJ Khaled, you suck. All this hate. The New York fans are the most loving fans out there.
No, the New York Knicks fans just know how to have fun. You're sitting here disgruntled, talking about I got a real team. Ain't nobody gonna sit here. I'm not gonna sit here and be like defending whether the Knicks is a real team or not. I'm gonna just enjoy my time with my team, with the sports, all of that.
SMD is just how New Yorkers greet each other, Tony.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Good morning, good sir. Suck my dick. Suck my dick as well, sir. You have a great day.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you, gentlemen.
That's ridiculous.
You bump against somebody getting out of the train. Up, suck my dick.
My bad.
Instant fighting words in New York City. That's how you get it there. So, Mateo, you bought a new hat, I see.
Yeah, it's y'all remember my hat that had a jackalope on it?
Yes.
So I found the store, the online store where you could buy this hat. Even better, though, I emailed the person that runs the store, and they have other stock of my previous hat. So I'm going to buy some of those hats so I can have some in
Let's go.
The stockpile.
Different colors, or I mean, obviously different colors. No,
just the same hat. Just the same hat. My old one, I don't know if y'all noticed, but as we were recording the episodes, because I would take that hat out and about, it was getting less and less black and turning a little bit more brown.
Brown, yeah. It happens to black hats.
So
it's also sweat.
It is a lot of sweat. That hat is nasty. So I figured I would just buy like some extra ones just so I can, have spare hats.
You ever see where black material, right, like cloth on hats, cotton or whatever, it gets attacked by the sun so much it starts to turn like a reddish color.
Red.
I hate it. It's the word. You just burn it. At that point, just burn it. I left
know
the
exactly
hat
what
in
you're
the
talking
back
about.
of my car, like sitting like, I don't know, the back windshield or whatever. It was just sitting there for like a whole year. And one time I go to like, oh, let me just put the hat on. Not only did it no longer fit my head, it was shrunken. It was like red and it was a black hat. I was like, I just got to trash this. This is terrible.
Was it the one with the P on it? Or was it just...
No.
Yeah,
I have
pretty
the
good.
hat in my closet.
That's an infamous hat. Dope. Surprisingly, you're not wearing a hat today. You gelled it up today, huh?
No, it's gelled it up. No, this is just my regular hair.
This is natural wear, Tony.
This is natural wear and tear.
I see no evidence of gel on
It looks
Toby's
wet
head.
on the top of his head right now.
Gelled
Maybe
up.
it's just my camera angle, but it looks wet.
My barber fucking loves to put gel on my hair, and I have to tell him no. Stop it, yo, because he's known me for 15 years, and he's still trying to put
Why are
gel
you
in my hair.
anti-gel?
He loves the gel.
Why are you anti?
It presses my hair down so much. It just like it presses everything down. He's got like this industrial Dominican gel. It's like I don't know how to describe it.
Because your haircut will never look flyer than when the barber gels your hair. Your gel will never. I remember I used to have curly hair for years. You strive for the barbershop gelled hair. Every day you try to go out into the world. So I don't know how you're denying like just being supreme dough for just a little while.
I need to show you what happens.
So maybe your barber's doing some bullshit. He's putting too much gel.
Too much.
There's a balance of water and gel. He's getting
Yeah.
the mega hold, and he's putting obscene amounts in your head. Yeah, that's right, bad.
Nothing's worse than that long hair wet dough. Remember that when he had long hair, how wet his hair used to be?
Yeah, drip dough.
That's,
He used to come out the shower looking like Razor Ramon. Remember Razor Ramon back in the day? He was just dripping with that hair. That's what dough used to look like, bro. He's just missing the toothpick. He's
dripping.
What was that?
I did be dripping on these
He was
hoes.
dripping on them hoes for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
weird time for Doe's life there. I can't picture you with long hair anymore, man.
It's because
So
we're
weird.
older.
Nah, you could rock long hair better than maybe
No,
most of us here. You don't think
Not
so?
now.
Is-
Hell
is-
no.
Is
It's
long
over
hair
for
a
me.
young man's game? Is that what it comes down to?
Hell yes.
Yeah.
Look
Yeah.
at Doe's forehead. It's like it's grown inches since we were in school. Like,
You know what I mean?
that happens to everybody. All right. You rock the long hair with the long forehead. It looks horrible. I'm sorry. It looks horrible. You know how many dreadheads I grew up with, and they're still rocking their dreads. I know I got a couple friends. Yeah, their dreads are fly. But for the most part, your hairline went back 3 inches. Just chop it off. It looks terrible.
You
got
hear that?
dreads starting back here. It's like, just stop. Just stop. I love that you're hanging on. You're committed, but nah.
You hear that? Pucho's buddies with dreads. Some of you have bad dreads, and it's up to you to decide.
Who?
Yeah.
Shave it. Shave it.
Yeah, nothing's worse than someone holding on to some hair that they're losing. That's the worst. Like Stephen A. Smith, for example. What is he holding on to? Time to let it go.
Yeah, I know people with the Stephen A. Smith. Their fro starts back here. I'm like, you look like a head of broccoli, bro. Like, just get rid of it. Just go away. Just be done.
Bruce Willis put off shaving his head for a long time, dude. Some of those like movies in the 90s, that hairline is like almost on the back of his head, but he's still going for it.
But it's hard to tell because he has like a light colored hair, so it kind of
He has like the white
blended
people
in.
bald. They got hair on the sides. That's acceptable. Like Larry David says he's a bald man, even though he has like the Jew fro on the sides of his head, but he's only bald right here. He claims to be a bald man. I think white people get away with that. Like that's just an acceptable form of baldness.
Yeah,
I
you're
couldn't
right.
get away with that.
You
The
should try
man from
doing that.
Family Matters didn't the dad? He had hair like that.
Yeah, he
Right,
had,
he had the
like-
baldy with the curly fro.
Yeah.
Looking. All right, man. It's been a long time, but
What
maybe
do
it was
y'all think-
acceptable for him. But
What do y'all think that Homer Simpson's hair looks like in real life?
it's like that.
Because it's animated as like little squiggles and like 3 hairs up top, right?
Yeah, I think
It's bad.
It's pretty bad.
I was talking about The Simpsons with some friends today, and I was like, at first I was like, really, what? What happened was, right? I installed Slack on my computer, right, at work, and then I gave somebody a thumbs up, and I had a brown thumbs up, and I was like, whoa. Usually the thumbs up don't have skin tones; they're yellow by default, but Slack put me brown by default, and I was like, how did it figure that out?
How did it figure
And then
that
I
out?
looked at one of my white coworkers, and he had the yellow thumbs up, and I was like, "Is this like The Simpsons, where like yellow is just like everybody's yellow?" And then I was like, "Wait a minute." I'm like, "Is it Apu brown in The Simpsons?" And then I started thinking about it. Only the white people in The Simpsons are yellow, and I'm like, why is that? Like, there's a lot
you're
of colors
right.
in The Simpsons, but I don't know if there's many white characters.
This is the Doug problem I have, dude. They said that they purposely chose weird colors for everyone to make race not be an issue. But yet Doug himself is just white. He's just white in the show.
They gotta make sure the main guy is white. That's
He's white. And in one of those first episodes, he went to a white ass barbershop, so you know he's white. Like he was afraid of
He
the
went to a
scissor.
super
It's
cut.
like, yo, my barber ain't never whipped the scissor out like till I had long ass hair. You know what I'm saying? Like you go to a black barber, you getting clippers all day, fades, all that shit. It's like, nah, he had the fucking red and white swirly thing on the front. I'm like, that's a white person's barbershop. Just saying.
to go back around to the bald thing. To all the fans out there, if we can get 600 subscribers before the end of July, Pucho will rock the white man bald. He will not shave the sides. He'll keep it growing. The top will be the only thing he'll rock for a whole month. He will do that.
Dude, I got a full head of hair. I gotta shave it in?
I
Is
think
that
you
what
said
you're
you have
telling
to
me?
shave yourself into that.
Yep.
Crazy? No,
For
I
the
got
fans.
morals, okay? I have a slight pushback right here, and I'm like, I'm done. I'm shaving. I'm not even rocking a bad look. I'm so straight.
Think I'm
Now I know
forcing-
plenty of people that got the light right there. They'll keep their hair. You know, I ain't.
They'll put the little
I'm good about
tint.
that. Yeah,
I mean,
the
I don't
Beijing.
do that.
I ain't
My
doing that.
my hairline is definitely slipping. I'm not a 4 head anymore, but I'm not quite a 5 head. I'm like a 4.5, 4 3/4 head, something like that.
It depends how you do your hair. Like, you can make it look bad. If you do the
coworker-
comb back.
My coworker said that he went to a barbershop that tried to give him the Beijing. He's normally a bald man because he's young and his shit is going. But they convinced him to do the Beijing. He said like 2 or 3 different barbers had to try over and over again to get it right.
No.
He said that he walked into his church that knew he was with the Beijing, and that everybody looked at him like. It was funny. He said he took it off immediately after that. He said he didn't like it.
How do you get that stuff off? Is it just lots of scrubbing and
I guess it's supposed
Probably
to stay for
alcohol.
several days and shit like that.
He had to be scrubbing hard.
And yo, barbers, especially the Dominican barbers, bro, they try to hit you with that shit, even when it's unneeded. They just want them lines to be sharp and black. I'm like, as soon as I see them whipping out the airbrush or the paint, I'm like, get the hell away from me. Get away from me, dude. What are
They'll
you
try to
doing?
convince you. No, brother, no te preocupes. It's like, no.
Pucho's brother had me go to his barber. He did the whole thing. He laced my cut and everything. And then he had this paper. It was like something like this. He went just like this in my head. I'm like, oye, ¿qué tú estás haciendo? En la pintura? Heck no, I told them I don't need no paint. He was, nah, pero tú tienes línea aquí. Da, 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 da. I'm like, bro, I don't want to be no paint, nothing, none of that. You're going to make people look at me like I'm stupid. Like, bro, if I'm receding, I'm
Tony,
receding,
when you be
bro.
getting your eyebrows shaped up, it looks like you get your eyebrows painted.
Nah, them shits
be
them
looking
the
jet
natural,
black.
bro.
They look
I have
natural. Now. I'm
eyebrows.
saying when they get shaped
that
up, they be
receding.
looking ultra black.
That's why he wanted me to hit with the tinte. Always
Yo,
going
Doy,
bald.
I need to hit you. I found a pair. Remember we were talking about? And I was like, yeah, I need to find like a pair of shorts.
Yeah.
I found a pair of shorts on Amazon. They're nice.
Ooh.
They're like cargo shorts, but they fit like basketball shorts. Like it's like the athletic shit. You know, it's got the little string. They look like
Fire.
if I tuck the string in, I could rock these shorts in any, shorts. What's applicable for shorts occasion, and they look good. They don't look like athletic wear, but they're athletic wear. They're mad comfortable.
Gotta send that link over,
fit,
bro.
all that matte colors. I got the olive green shorts. They look fly.
I got a new nickname, Econo Dough. All right, because I'm economy class. I'm trying to do things cheap. All right, the cheap knee is coming.
These are
out.
like $25 too.
That's what I need.
Don't you fly the bougiest out of all of us here? Don't you have like 3 checked bags you do and the max leg room and all that?
Yeah, no checked bags. Sometimes the checked bag.
He'll go to the extra leg room. You should be called
room.
upcharged though, because anytime they attempt to upcharge you, you just accept it.
Oh yeah, sure.
He'd be like, he'll buy the extra leg room, and then it'd be like extra leg room plus for $21. Like, who wouldn't want extra leg room plus? Like, it's like me. I'd be buying them Frontier. You can't even put the seat back, bro. Like I'll survive my $70 flight. I'm gonna get somewhere. I'll be happy over there. All right.
Did you get that? I was about to say.
What if you could pay half price on all your plane tickets, but you had to fly only from the bathroom? Like your seat was just like in the bathroom,
like next to it or inside of it?
inside the actual bathroom. People needed to use it. You have to like stand outside and then go back in afterwards.
You know what's icky when you see the people take their shoes off and go to the bathroom and they're like bare feet in the bathroom? I'm like,
I
for
have
real?
not seen
I've never seen this.
I said,
What type
for
of-
real?
I have never
It's
seen it.
Yeah, I've seen it.
But I habitually take my shoes off on airplanes.
People do it.
I fucked up one time. Or no, I didn't. But I was so mad. Somebody on the previous flight spilled a drink like under my seat, so my feet were like the whole flight, and I couldn't take my shoes off, and I was so mad. I was like, this is the worst flight ever. I gotta keep my fucking shoes on. What the fuck?
I wait until I land, and then I take my shoes off, and I step down on the ground, and I bunch my feet into little fists.
What the fuck?
What ground?
It's from Die Hard. That's what the guy on the plane is telling him to do.
I don't remember this at all. In the original Die Hard movie?
The first Die Hard, he's scared of flying or something like that. He doesn't fly well.
Oh, wow.
There's nothing worse
than this plot line.
than the person next to you sleeping and snoring and then laying their head on your shoulder. There's like, what do you at this point? Like, what are you gonna do? You're gonna have to bump this man, yo. What is you doing?
Yes,
that's me. That's me all day, dude. I love sleeping on planes.
Same.
I've flown hundreds of times, and I've never dealt with a stranger sleeping with their head on my shoulder. Not once.
I've seen it.
I've slept through turbulence.
You've seen this happen to me?
No, I've seen people do that. I've not seen it happen to you. The only person that's probably gotten close to doing that is me. When we used to be like sausages going to freaking New York City that one weekend.
Tony seems like he would be terrible to sit next to on a plane, though. You are just a big guy, and I can't imagine there's a way for you to squeeze your body into the space of the seat. So you're probably flowing over the seat with your shoulders and your arms.
Yes.
So like they've got no choice but to lay on you. You're a big pillow at that point. You're taking their space. They're taking part of your arm.
Right?
I sat next to Pucho, and he also be overlapping on the seat. We're perfectly fine. We're two overlapping
Absolutely
dicks.
not. That was one of the most uncomfortable flights in my entire life. Yo, the
We had all leg
strategy,
room.
even with my wife, now that I have a kid, and I got 2 kids, I don't even know how we're going to fly next time. But the strategy has always been, I'm going to cop the aisle seat, you cop the window seat. Hopefully somebody don't want to sit bitch in the middle. Like, that's the hope. And then we got a whole shit. We could open it up, put whatever, right? When that don't work out, we sit next to each other and it's fine. On that flight, they moved. Me and Tony had the seats just like that. They moved us to another spot. You guys have been flagged to sit next to the emergency seats or something.
Ooh.
Like,
Yeah.
I will
Yeah,
never
you
accept
see?
this again. I would say absolutely not. I panic under terror, okay? I'm not going to be able to open the door. Everyone will die if I sit next to him. I will convince him to put me back in my original seat, dude. Because, bro, the emergency aisle seats were only a 2-seater. So then they scrunched me in, and they were like smaller size than normal. And you ever see those seats? I'm like, who would buy those seats in first class where there's like you know, I'm a big dude, so I need the under the armrest. You know, you got a little thigh space. You know what I'm saying? Those seats that are just a full wall. It's like you're encased inside the seat. I'm like, that's just that's what me and Tony were like in one of those things, and then we're like burling over the armrest, and we were just like squeezed like tight, and then we had a flight attendant sitting right in front of us, just staring at us the whole flight. I'm like, this is like...
That is uncomfortable.
No fucking way. You see, this is why I don't fly those rinky-dinky ass fucking airplanes.
No, this was like JetBlue or some shit.
Yeah, it was some shit.
No, it was not no JetBlue. JetBlue 100%. I've been riding my whole life, okay?
But you don't ride in the back with the regular people. You ride up front, remember?
If you got bumped to exit seats, they're super nice. Their exit row
it might have been
like
Spirit, Pooch.
Super nice.
I've never flown Spirit before.
I've flown Spirit. It was awful.
I'm pretty sure it was JetBlue.
But I would do it again because it was cheap.
It couldn't have been.
JetBlue, what are you even talking about? They have a bunch of different airplanes. You can't just say the exit row is good on the JetBlue flights.
They got different.
They got
models.
737s, 767s. They got A320s, A330s.
I've never been on no. They got like 3 different models. 3.
Been on all 3?
One is the new one, and then you got like 2 variations. I've been riding with them like for 10, 15 years, 20 years at this point. There was like different variations, and you'd have like the new one, but it's not like Delta in America where you'd get onto a plane that's like only 2 rows of seats. Like, them shits are tight. Them shits get blown around in the wind. You're looking at the airstrip. You're like, are we gonna crash? Like, that shit is scary, bro. Have y'all been on them small planes?
Yeah, Spirit's like that.
Two rows of seats. You mean like 6? Like each row has only 6 seats, like 3 on this side, 3 on that side.
No,
I was
2
on one that had
rows of
2
seats.
on.
Oh,
yeah, 2 and 2.
I haven't done those.
I was in a tiny one like that, and it came into the airport hot too. At one point,
Yo.
we were booking, and I looked out. I was on the left side. I looked out the window, and it was the ground. This plane was damn near sideways pulling into this airport.
Yes.
That's funny.
It was that crazy for me. The first time I think going to Austin, Texas, or coming back from Austin, Texas, he had me on a connecting flight. I was like, yo, never again. This shit was loud. You hear these engines are next to you, OD loud. I was like, nah,
That's
good
why I don't
off of
do
this.
connecting flights.
Yeah, I hate when the plane's preparing to move and that should be like, dock, 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 all these weird sounds. I'm like, what is that? Is this normal? I don't like flying.
No, you want to hear those sounds. Those are good sounds. That means everything's working.
Yeah.
My people made these sounds.
Usually when it comes to machines, if it's running silent, that means it's working the best.
Sure, not when it comes to the
So when you
planes.
hear knocking sounds, it's like something is dysfunctional here.
That needs some grease. That needs some
I'm like,
grease.
what? That don't sound good. That don't sound good.
For our first topic, ladies and gentlemen, is Twitter dying? Is Threads going to take its spot in the social media hierarchy? Definitely. Threads is. I don't know if have any of you guys seen it or not, but a lot of people have
Let's
already
start
been.
with is Twitter dying.
Oh,
Yes.
well, I guess we can go.
Twitter's dying.
It feels like it is, right? Like there was that rate limiting thing for a while. I didn't hit that rate limit because I don't really use Twitter that much. But like it feels different lately. Like look, just looking in my messages right now and looking at my spam messages, my message requests or whatever. There's a lot more spam than I remember being in my inbox to begin with. There's a lot of people trying to sell me Bitcoin and boner pills and things like that. It feels like there's some weird stuff going on over on Twitter, man.
I don't know what they changed, but I hate the feed now. I don't see almost anybody I follow anymore. Like I just scroll through and it's just random people.
Are
like,
you in the
who
For
the
You
hell are all
section?
these people? Like, what's the point of following anybody if I'm not gonna see their tweets? Like, it just seems mad lame.
Are you in that For You section or the following section when you do your feeds?
Funny enough, I feel like in the For You section, I see more of the people I'm following than in the following like timeline. I don't know why. It doesn't make any sense to me, but like I went to the For You section the other day and I finally saw a post that Bucho put up like 2 or 3 days prior. Never saw that in the following section.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, if you interact with a lot of Pucho stuff, you'll get thrown into like your algorithm and stuff like that. It just depends on who you've been liking and stuff like that. And they're trying to figure out, oh, what is this person's interest? If this person likes this person and that person like this person's post, then he might like this person's post. So they're just like, but I actually disagree. I don't think Twitter's dying at all. I think it's in a good place. I bought the blue check because I wanted to upload music videos and stuff like that to Twitter, and it's mission accomplished. I got my my purple homie on there. I put my purple homie on there. Put all sorts of stuff on there. We could even put our entire podcast on there, which I think is cool. I think some of what they're doing, I think Elon Musk gives it like a nasty taste in your mouth. I think that's like really what happened. But I don't care about Elon Musk. I think he's a little bitch.
I mean, there's some stuff. I've reported people on Twitter for using like racial slurs and things, and I've gotten the automated response back after a couple of days like, we did not find this account in violation of any of our terms of service, the blah blah blah. And I'm like, and I'm looking at it, I was like, this dude literally called someone like the N-word. That's not against the terms of service. What is going on this platform?
Yeah, I mean,
they're very picky and choosy. Bringing Donald Trump back, I was like, wow.
Well, he didn't come back, right? Like he decided to stay on the Truth Social or whatever the hell.
Oh, okay. So then he's not. That was probably a fake.
He got unbanned, but he never came back. He's like anti-Twitter.
yeah.
I think.
Yeah, I don't care at all about the Elon Musk thing. It just seems like a lot of the decisions, like they fired. I'm gonna throw a number out there, but I want to say like over half of the Twitter staff. Like, and Elon Musk is like, oh yeah, apparently you don't need all these people to run Twitter or whatever. And it's like, maybe, but now it's like, I don't know. I feel like my algorithm is whack. I feel like someone, they literally, I was reading a post on some tech site saying like, the reason they were rate limiting was because there was some bug where Twitter was literally DDoSing itself.
Yeah, I read that too.
What?
Right. And so that's why they needed to do the rate limit. It just seems like they're doing Twitter was always dying from the get-go. Like, they never knew how to monetize. Like, they tried a number of things. Apparently, advertising on Twitter just doesn't seem to work very well. Like, people just don't give a damn about Twitter ads. So I think when Elon Musk was willing to buy it, I forgot, is it Jack Dorsey, the old CEO?
Yeah,
he was quick. He was like, I'm getting rid of this shit. Hell yeah.
Facts. That was
buy me out. I'm done with this shit. I was trying
facts.
to, and I think Threads.
trying to make it
I think
profitable.
Threads is gonna take over. Like that's my belief. I don't care so much. Like, oh, the 100 million users in a short period of time. It's like, that's cool and all, but it's like, all right, people just had to click log in and it just uses your Instagram. So it's not like, it's easy to get like that many users or whatever. But I don't know. It's just Facebook's so successful, dude. Like, look at Facebook, look at Instagram.
I don't think they have personally. I don't think it's the cool place to be. I don't think it's. I'm not Facebook or Instagram.
Yeah, Facebook is for boomers.
Facebook is like for old people. WhatsApp is for your aunts and uncles. Instagram is, in my opinion, the app that's dying. I don't think What's interesting on Instagram? I think Drewski, when he goes live and does the could have been shit, I think that's like the most entertaining shit. When they used to do verses on there, but I'm like, other than that, I don't really use it like that.
I think Instagram. I think they're doing okay, dude. Like they
I
got
don't
the
think- I don't think they're
monetized
just-
stuff, and all their ads are crazy. Like you scroll through to Instagram, it's like every other post is an advertisement.
Bro,
Like I think they're making money
Isn't
with these
Threads
ads.
based from Insta? Doesn't Instagram run Threads?
You go through threads through your Instagram. Yes,
But
that's
that's
how
what I'm
you
saying.
sign
Like,
up for it.
did Instagram like having a hand in making the Threads app?
I think it's Facebook people.
Yeah, I think
But
it's
I
part
mean,
of
Facebook
Meta.
owns Instagram, so it's like they're
Yeah,
all interconnected.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I never got into. I've never made an Instagram account, so like I don't think that Threads is for me. But I do think Threads is probably like the strongest competitor for Twitter right now. I mean, because like what else is there? There's like what is it, Blue Sky or whatever, which no one can get an invite to, or if you do get invited, you can't bring your buddies over yet. There was a Mastodon that popped up, but Mastodon is apparently super confusing, hard to connect with people, blah blah blah. Right? I mean, some people are saying that Discord is the Twitter killer, but
Discord is definitely big. It
but in
changed
my mind-
the way people use the internet.
But in my mind, like Discord is just such a different thing than like Twitter. It's not the
Yeah.
same thing. I mean, I don't know if you guys are on any like really, really big like communities or not. But I'm on like the Dungeon Daddies, like their Patreon Discord, right? And there's several thousand people in that Discord to the point that it's basically impossible to use. Like there's so many people talking at once in all of like the different channels that I just don't use it. Like how can I keep track of that many conversations with that amount of people? It's impossible.
Yeah, they got to have
crazy.
someone managing, a couple people managing that, because that's a lot of people.
It's like big Reddit threads. Like Reddit gets big like that, right? You have a lot of people logged into the threads and the subreddits and shit.
Discord feels different though because it's just a chat. So it's like as soon as you type a message in, if you go to these big, you hit enter, and your comment's just gone. It's like
Yeah.
trying to chat in like a Twitch chat. Like it's just
Or a
like
live
your
stream
comments
chat.
just
Oh
zipping
my
by.
God.
Who's gonna respond to you? Like I don't know. It just feels.
Why do people try to respond? Why do people try to chat in those big Twitch streams anyway? All you see is just the words just flying by the screen, and then you see a bunch of emojis and a bunch of memes and just a bunch of shit flying by.
But
It's
that's
like,
what I-
why are we doing this?
That's why I think it's helpful for the streamers, because you'll be able to see, if you really want to ask a question, you pay money and your message will go up onto the screen and it will, it would read out what you said. And most of the time that's how people get their message across. But that helps the streamer out, I guess.
With people, usually streamers that don't have that much popularity, it's easier to communicate with them, which
Yeah.
I found pretty cool. Which is why I like the younger. I don't like those big streamers. I think there's like it's almost pointless.
No, but
Watching Dr. Disrespect and shit like that. I'm like Ninja and shit. I just don't. I never have done it.
Who's really good at it is Stone Mountain 64. Like he's really good at responding to the YouTube comments or the chat when he's not gaming. Like he's pretty good at answering almost every single one. But yeah, I could see how 1,000 messages going by, you're not catching every single one. Of course not. Doesn't make sense. But yeah, going back to Twitter dying, I do think Twitter is on its downslope for sure. I don't know if there's a way Elon Musk can maybe save it. I think him going to Twitter is probably what really killed it, really, like taking over and firing people. So, I'm not saying him leaving Twitter is the only way it's going to get back to its hierarchy, but there's something that needs to be done. I don't think where it's going now is going to be dead. Like Dobo said, Instagram is kind of dying out. I feel like that as well. But at the same time,
Snapchat's still around. I don't see anyone using it that much though.
I use it every now and
I'll
then.
be snapping. I'll be seeing. The
Yeah,
snaps
I'll be
every
using
couple
it
weeks.
every now and then. But everything is like a TikTok thing, bro.
It's all where all the dead side pieces live. Like, oh, these are all the women that I used to cheat on my present with.
Jeez.
I guess for you.
And like Snapchat, come on, bro.
TikTok really changed the game for all these apps, though. Like the whole just flipping through, watching random videos. It's on YouTube. It's everywhere. Even on Facebook. It's on every single app. So it's just like, if Threads is a way to do all of that in one, and it's already part of Facebook, like Threads is gonna succeed. You know what I mean? So yeah, it just sucks. Twitter is gonna be just like the old MySpace maybe one day. No one goes to MySpace.
I will say that some of the stuff that they like has spent time adding into Twitter, like some of the features, they don't make any sense to me. Like you were talking about like the video thing, right? I don't go to Twitter to watch videos. If I'm doing videos, I'm going to YouTube. Like it's just weird trying to make Twitter into this like Swiss Army app where it's like you can do everything. You can host live streams using our what is that thing? What is that thing where you can do like the sessions or whatever the hell it's called? I forget, Twitter Spaces.
Yeah,
I actually never got into that at all, so I don't know what that is about.
It's like a big voice chat room, basically, is what it comes down to. But you can do moderators and give people permission to speak and things like that. But
so it's basically it's that one thing. What's that thing that all the hip hop people use? It's like a chat room like that. I feel like
it's Discord. It's just the voice chat in Discord is basically what it is. But like they added that in. They've added in the ability to drop like 2-hour long videos. Like it's a bunch of bullshit that I just don't see why they spent time adding this in rather than finding other things to spend their their limited engineering staff on.
Yeah, I would agree. A lot of their choices post Elon Musk are very like weird. I mean, I could see them putting some sort of subscription service, right? Like that, like that's why I understood like the check. Everyone wanted the check, and now you've made the check kind of worthless. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of worthless now.
I think people wanted the check, but like, and I understand trying to monetize the check.
Yeah.
But the reasoning that they've always claimed is like, this is how we're going to force verification because bots can't pay $5, blah, blah, blah. That's bullshit. There are other ways they could have charged for money and done verification. They could have done like, put your driver's license picture in or something like that. Bro, there's dating apps that require you to send a picture of your driver's license to get verified. Why can't Twitter do that same thing?
Yeah, actually, Instagram, if you want to verify yourself on Instagram, you have to have a driver's license.
Right? Like there's ways to do it where you can actually solve the problem. This is just trying to get money.
Yeah.
Without actually fixing the issue they claim they're fixing.
Have any of you guys looked at the Threads website or even try to do a sign in on it?
I don't want to sign in with my Instagram. I'm waiting until they basically allow you to just create an account that's separate from your Facebook and Instagram account.
Is there a reason why you don't want to use your IG?
Yeah, I just don't want to cross streams like that. Twitter's a crazier world than boomer Facebook, and I mean I don't even use Instagram, but yeah, I would rather not have the crazy Twitter world be connected to accounts where I follow my wife and other things like that on Facebook. I don't know, it just feels like two different worlds that I want nothing to do with one another. Yeah, the whole Threads thing, I think it was just like 2 or 3 engineers like weekend project or something trying to come up with like a Twitter copy, so to speak. And they just used the Instagram login. That way they didn't have to like code up their own login system and stuff. But they said that's one of the main things they're working on now. So I'm looking forward to that.
Tony, isn't there a lawsuit or something, or a alleged lawsuit or some shit about them like stealing the source code or using part of the source code or something like that?
Yeah, there is a lawsuit that Twitter's trying to sue Threads for.
Is it that Twitter's trying to sue Threads, or did Elon Musk tweet that he wants to sue Threads?
Before I get, let me look it up.
I'm just curious because I saw Elon Musk tweeted about suing Threads, but that's all I saw. I never believe anything.
All right, so they're threatening to sue.
I've got him blocked, so I don't see his messages anymore. I got tired of him pushing his messages into my feed, even though I don't follow him, so I just blocked it.
That,
damn,
I'm not gonna lie,
he's not unblocked.
Was super whack of him. I'm like, oh, how is he getting in my feed? And he's like doing this thing where he's talking to us all. I'm like, yo, and he's doing the voting thing.
I would thought he would be unblockable because he runs.
You know what? At least Tom on MySpace. He was your first friend on MySpace, but he let you remove him as your friend if you wanted to.
Yeah.
So just to be clear, they're threatening to sue over the meta threads. They're not currently suing.
And it's the company itself or Elon Musk? Or I guess it's kind of
it
the
says
same.
Twitter. It doesn't say Elon Musk. It says Twitter is threatening to sue Meta.
I don't even see how they're gonna sue. Like they're talking about stealing trade secrets or whatever. It's like you fired like 60% of your staff. When another big company decides they want to hire people to make a similar app, they're gonna go to the people who have experience making apps like that. Like as long as they're not putting in code that's like owned by Twitter, then everything's fair game. Like I don't know. It just seems like Elon Musk and Twitter, they want to fire these employees but lay claim to they don't have any non-competes. Like that's the only way, right? Oftentimes you'll get hired at a company and it's like you got to sign a non-compete. So like you can't just leave one company and go work for their competitor within like a certain period of time. Like there's like a grace period or whatever. But if there's no non-compete, like you can't claim ownership to where a person works. Like
I've heard that even non-competes are hard to enforce, especially when you are laying off or firing the employee. Like I don't know how accurate that is, but I've heard that they're very hard to actually enforce whenever you're being laid off or fired. Like
I have a hard time even believing that a person like me, like I'm just writing code at a company, I'm gonna go work at another company and somebody's gonna try to sue me for a non-compete. Like I feel like those things are mostly in place for like VPs or like the board members, like these really high decision makers. They're like, we don't want you knowing about all of our like internal conversations, all of our internal struggles, and immediately going to another company and using that information to sort of get a leg up. They probably want a period of time so that all the information you have is now slightly outdated and you can't really capitalize on that anymore. Like, which to me that it makes sense, but I don't know. I don't. It feels unethical still to me.
The non-compete thing only works if you quit your job and not get fired. So it's like a loophole that if you get fired and you're able to, even if you sign it.
I've heard some things that it's harder to enforce if you are fired or laid off, but I honestly don't know. Like I don't work on anything where I think that I would be held to a non-compete, but who knows, man.
Yeah, I do think though that Elon is just, or Twitter is just on some letting go people and then getting mad that someone's making a better version of Twitter and maybe hiring the people you fire because they have experience in making it good. Because I guess Twitter was good at one point, right? And they're just mad about it now because they just probably got money and they just think they can sue and get away with whatever they want to do. That's not the case.
It's the check marks, man. Ever since he monetized the check marks, Twitter's been going down the drain for me. Like,
it does take value away.
I don't know. It just seems so weird. First, it was like, yo, you could buy a check mark. That was one step. And it's like, I have feelings both ways, but I'm like, it feels weird. But then when he's like, we're rescinding all previous check marks. If you want a check mark, you need to pay for it.
Yeah,
so like now, like all these celebrities that have check marks ain't gonna have it no more, and all these
there's
people
the parody
now
accounts that are popping up, the fake accounts that are popping up that are like,
yo, there's an AOC account that just, I swear to God, it's AOC, and I have to like really look hard to know if it's her parody account or not. The parody account has tweets, yo, careful, there's parody accounts of me out there. It's like that's the parody account, like tweeting, and it's just like it's a mind fuck trying to figure out like, is this the real one or not? Like,
I understood the jealousy about like the check mark, but like I wanted to earn my check mark. Like if I was ever going to get a check mark, I wanted to earn it. I wanted to feel like I had become notable enough that we needed to verify that this account was me tweeting or something. Like paying for the check mark just, it doesn't feel like it would be satisfying to me. Dude, like I don't know. I kind of I get some of the jealousy, I guess, that people had about the check marks, but I always thought of it as like something to try to achieve rather than something that I just wanted a shortcut to, you know?
Yeah, they took your goal away. That was like a lot of people's goal to get that check mark, to be verified, to say I am somebody on Twitter. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but yeah, that definitely ruined it for sure. And I didn't even use Twitter like that. Though you guys, I mean, Doe's the biggest Twitter head here. I think out of all of
Doe's
us.
been on Twitter the longest out of all of us.
I love it. It's my funny place, and as soon as I started to add people from like Puchos, I started getting all that bullshit in my feed. I'm like, nope, like you guys getting the
Pucho's
fuck out of here. And it's not Pucho's fault. There's just spheres in Twitter, and like you can rub against them, and then some of their feed will start to come over to you, and it's just I can't take it. I'm like, all right, I'm going back to Black Twitter. I'm like, this shit is like I need to be out. Give me all the hot takes. All right, I'm going back.
I like Black Twitter, and I like the politics Twitter that I'm in. The gaming Twitter, I have a lot of mixed feelings. I've met a lot of cool people, like the Great Game Debate guys,
Crystal.
Crystal. There's a ton of other podcasts and stuff in that space that's cool, but there's a lot of people that I just can't stand. The virtual signal is crazy.
I just can't believe that people have been telling me that The Witcher 3 and Cyberpunk aren't real RPGs.
No way. I love those games, and I am also an RPG lover. Who would dare say something like that? First of all, I'm sorry someone told you. I love it. First off, I'm sorry you had to deal with that.
Yeah, like, it's just so cringe. God. I hate it.
Nah, but I do think that that circle that Doey's talking about, or the rubbing, or whatever you want to call it, once you cross that stream, it's hard to clear out that junk.
Yeah.
Like, you ruined TikTok videos for me. I had to go back to my account because of it. It was
no, you ruined TikTok for me. Nah, you're gonna throw that. You can't. You ruined it for me. All right.
And
shit became NSFW. All right. Shit is. All right.
This guy Doey put me in a box I did not want to be in, yo.
Nah, bro, don't put that on me.
Either way, you know what's funny too is that if Twitter does die out and Threads becomes that new thing, we're just gonna all have the same group of people, all the same group of dicks, and everybody on Threads. So it's like we're just moving houses, pretty much, moving out of one house into another house. So is it really, other than Elon Musk not taking control over it or having any type of power, like, is that really the issue what we're having here? Someone just needs to get rid of Elon Musk off of Twitter and we'll be fine?
Nah. There's a lot going on with Twitter. I think that he is a big part of the problems. He's done a lot of negative things and decisions, but I don't think he's the entirety of it.
Yeah.
I mean, it even before he's took over, like, it was a business that's not making money. They needed to figure out some way to make some money, but I don't know what the solution to that is.
I guess.
Rest in peace, Twitter.
That little bird's dying. A little clipping its wings. But, yeah. For our next topic, ladies and gentlemen, how important is having credibility? And what happens if you lose all credibility? Are there consequences to it? I think on this pod, we all know about credibility. Myself included. I think I'm the best at credibility. I think I have the most credibility out of all four of us.
Yeah, nobody's more credible than
No,
nobody is more credible.
I'm incredible, all type of shit, all day.
All the credits, all the creds. I'm all of the creds. Incredible, incredulous.
I think Doe came up with this topic. Doe, where is this stemming from?
This is just like hip hop and all sorts of stuff. Like credibility meant a lot in the past. I don't know if it means so much now, but like back in the day, like credibility meant everything. My balls are my word. All right, people used to be, I'll lie on my dick.
That's
All right.
Pooch, what does
Is
that
that what
sound
they
like to you, Pooch? That night when we were
I know
drinking
someone
shots.
very close to me that claims they've never lied on their dick.
On their dick.
It's a fact.
What were you gonna ask me, Tony?
What he said something earlier. You have your words on your balls. What night when we were all drinking, and I was just like, yo,
You're saying word is bond.
yeah, your word is your
Word is bond.
She said she was pouring shots all night. She's fucking pouring shots all night. It was
Her
hilarious.
word is her bond. I was like, what? Then my cousin made one comment like, "I'll pour shots all night if blah blah blah."
I was
And
trying
he
to hold her
really trying
to
to
it.
force her. She was not drinking with us. So he tried to force her to pour the shot. Her word is her bond. Like, what is wrong with you?
Good nights, bro.
So like, let's set up a scenario. You go to the least credible supermarket in the neighborhood.
Well-
Do you feel any type of way?
Maybe let's say the least credible chicken spot according to Tony. According to
Yeah.
Dowie, PDQ.
The PDQ.
PDQ. Whatever that is.
They have good chicken sandwiches.
It's a select
Although they
steaks.
have butter pickles that are absolutely disgusting.
Ew.
I'll say this. Okay.
I never.
Well, Tony
knew they
just
had
hates
butter
pickles in general, though.
Tony just hates pickles, but they have butter pickles. They're gross. I love butter and I love pickles. Butter pickles are gross. I don't know what is happening there. I don't even know what butter pickles are. They just look like normal pickles, but there must be some interaction with butter prior to getting into my buns. Not with it.
I'm not.
That don't
with it
even
either.
sound pleasing at all. Buttered
It's
pickles.
disgusting. I had a butter pickle sandwich from PDQ's. It wasn't a butter pickle sandwich. It was like a chicken sandwich that had butter pickles on it.
I was
Disgusting.
It's
I
like
was
butter
picturing a
pickle
pickle-only sandwich.
Yeah. I caught it. I was like, hold on, wait, that might sound misleading.
A pickle in between two loaves of bread.
Lobes?
Loaves.
Between two lobes.
Lobes. Yeah,
What the
nah.
fuck's
I
an
mean,
earlobe? Like, it's that little
It's that
bit.
fat
Why is it
part.
called
Yeah.
a
It's
lobe?
a little hangy bit.
What is a lobe?
I don't
Why
know.
is there nothing else in our
Your
body?
brain, your brain also has lobes, right?
Yeah.
Maybe. That's inside your body. I don't count anything inside. I'm talking outside.
damn, what a switch.
There's no ass lobes, right?
I hope not. That's fucking disturbing. If you had a little dangly thing. Actually, I was born with like a little
What about
hanging thing on my ear, actually.
Ooh, okay, like a lunare or some shit like that.
No,
like a,
no. Like it was like a
Illuminati.
bag of skin. It was like a bag of meat hanging off my ear.
really? They just
Yeah,
came and
I got
snipped it
one
off?
stitch on one of these ears. And I remember when I was a kid.
Oh, I know what he had.
here. It was like right here. It was just like just like a hanging little sack of skin, and I
Babies,
don't know if I cut it off or my parents got
It's
it
like a
cut off.
cyst
But I was
thing.
like 5 when we got it removed.
babies are weird in general, though, man. I had a niece born with a full head of hair and also her entire shoulders covered in hair.
Yeah, babies are hairy bastards at times. Both my children were born like afro, like full head of hair. I was like, this is disturbing. And my son kept his hair. My daughter went completely bald after being born with a full head of hair.
No way. I didn't know that was possible.
Well, she took
That's
after
nuts.
me, man. She went bald. And she came back. She was beautiful. We haven't cut her hair once. Or my son's hair. I don't know why I'm going to cut. All right. We're on a crazy tangent.
was
We're
just-
talking
I was
credibility,
just about
but
to
I
bring
don't
us
give a
back.
damn. I don't
Credibility.
know when to cut my children's hair.
I think when it gets ridiculous, like for girls,
What is ridiculous? My daughter's hair is down to her ass. I haven't cut it yet.
I think a little trimming there needs to happen. I don't think.
What do you mean
I
needs?
can't. That's your kid. I can't tell you what to do. Like anything that can be where something can get caught easily, like into something.
This isn't the
or,
Incredible. She's not gonna get sucked into an airplane turbine.
No, I know
Her
that.
hair.
I'm just saying, like, if it's down to her ass crack, like, I think that might be a little too long. Me
Why
personally.
are you adding the crack? She's a little girl, bro. That's
I'm
disturbing.
more talking in general. I'm not really just only talking about anybody who has long hair. We have friends with long hair, all right? I'm just saying, when it gets down to your crack, your ass, your butt cheeks, your lobes, whatever you want to call it, I think you maybe want to trim it, or unless, you're doing something with it. But for my son's hair, like, I cut it once he got down to, like, crazy lengths where it was uncontrollable.
I might just have my kid have braids or something. I might just let them rock their hair till they choose to cut it.
That's rad.
I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know.
They get lice.
But all right. What were we talking about? Earlobes?
Does longer hair make you more prone to lice? We're going way off track.
It does. I mean, it comes into play though. But let's go back to.
Wait, well, I don't want to go back. Hold on. Having longer hair makes you a liar?
No,
this is the claim.
Is this the claim?
So, like most people who have long hair, if you're not of color or you're not black or African American, lice don't live in nappy hair. It's just as a proven thing. It's too thick for them to live in. They thrive off a long, straight, thin hair that's just super thin and super clean. I swear to God, you can go Google this.
Lice. Like the
lice.
creature.
Yeah, like the little
I heard
fucking
lies. You're more susceptible to lies. I'm like, what the fuck?
They get long
is he
hair people are
talking
liars more than.
Yeah, I think the straighter and the more finer your hair, I think
You're more
lice
susceptible to it.
enjoy that hair more.
Is that a true thing? I
don't know. I actually don't know, but I've been told this my entire life.
Have you met a black man or an African man or woman with nice curly thick hair have lice? Have you ever met one?
I haven't met someone that has lice since I was in like elementary school.
I mean, that's usually when you get it.
I don't know.
But it's never. Google it. It's like one of those urban myths, I guess you could put if you don't believe me. It's just
What's that thing that if you go hiking and it bites you, you can get like some disease from it? Is it lice or ticks or
the one where you can't eat red meat anymore?
something? There's like a tick or
What?
something.
Yeah, there's a tick that you can get by. I want to say it's like a deer tick or something like that. That there is a chance you can catch a disease where you would no longer be able to process red meat properly.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a podcast. I think Radiolab did a podcast on that. It's crazy. This is a lady who loved meats, got bit by a tick, and then whenever she ate meats, she would get hospitalized. And then once she was in the hospital, the doctors were like, "You're totally fine." They couldn't explain it, but basically, she developed an allergy to meat. And over time, now she could eat meat again, but she got used to not eating meat, so she just doesn't care for it that much. But I think you were thinking about it. We're talking about lice, and you're thinking of Lyme disease, which you also get from ticks. I don't know. But
what
disease.
That just took me on a whirlwind there. What? That's sick. Maybe that's how vegans can get back at us meat eaters. They just release all these damn ticks, and now everybody can't eat meat no more.
All them people that be sleeping with dogs and shit.
Ooh.
But you said deer ticks. That's a little. I think they're different from regular ticks.
But your dogs will just be in a bush and they'll get bit by anything.
Now let's go back to
Since
this.
I have
credibility.
zero credibility to make topics, apparently. Should service animals be allowed in bars and restaurants and in concert venues?
Are we just switching
Absolutely.
topics?
A lot of people feel like these animals shouldn't be in these places. And there are people who get service animals when they don't really need them. How do you feel about service animals in restaurants?
All right, I'm going to give you the take, all right? Yeah, of course. They're service animals. Now, you're adding a whole other tangent of a lot of people get service animals when they don't need service animals. I don't know the procedures for someone getting a service animal. I would imagine that you have to go through some type of medical process, seeing a doctor or something where they say, yes, this person's in need of a service animal. I mean, I don't know.
Or you go to Google, print out that fake, I have to have a service animal. Buy the animal service dog vesting. Don't touch.
A lot of
pet.
people just buy the vest
And
on
just go
Amazon
inside
and
the
the
store
service
and it's a
dog
wrap.
vest, and then they just throw it on their animal.
And that goes back to credibility. Can you trust this? You know, I mean, but to go back to the hip hop, to go back to the actual topic though, because I think it's still a good topic. Back then,
No,
yeah,
I
we used
kind
to
of like
hold.
the idea of Doughy leading a mixed bag. Was that where you were about to go for it? Doughy?
That's what I was about to go for.
Like just a Doughy guided section. I don't know why that intrigues me.
I am having trouble wrapping my head around the credibility topic a little bit though. Like, because like I've definitely got some friends that if they tell me that like a game is good or something, right? Like I'm not gonna take it as seriously as other people telling me a game is good. I've got a friend, he loves very limited kinds of games. So like if he tells me that like this RPG that I've been waiting for to come out he's like, oh, I looked at it looked bad. He's like, all the reviews I've read about it have been bad. I probably am not going to care. Like I'm probably going to disregard that opinion, right? Like he has zero credibility in my mind because he just has revealed himself as a hater of things that are outside of his particular like interest, you know?
Yo, Bucho, who here can you trust when it comes to game and their credibility of gaming, their taste of gaming? Who here can you not trust, actually?
I would say that maybe my gaming interests probably more closely align with Doe out of everybody. Mateo too. Mateo likes a lot of the weird indie games that I like too. So
Our
it
weird
really
stuff definitely
depends.
overlaps.
When Doe tells me a game is good, it's almost never good. But when Doey is like ranting and raving about something, he has a lot to say about a game, there's a decent chance that it's a good game and it's something I'll look into. But Doey has like he likes to say everything is good. Nothing to Doey, almost nothing is bad. Everything is good or amazing. Everything's amazing. Tony,
Game of the year.
I can't put zero stock in your gaming opinion. You'll say something's amazing or something's terrible. I would have to know for myself. I don't
That's
have no frame of
crazy. I've
reference.
never gave you any game to go say this is amazing. I've never done that. Not once have I lead you into a game. I'll be like, yo, this game's good. You should try it out. That's it.
I don't think you've ever recommended a game to me.
Exactly.
I was just
so
thinking the same
know.
thing. I don't think Tony has ever recommended a
I
game
don't
for
think
me.
Tony plays games.
Wow, that's ridiculous, bro. All these insults is crazy right now. It's out of line.
It's not even an insult. It's just I don't think you play that many games. Like you play Call of Duty, 2K, and like what else? You don't
BattleBit.
really be playing games.
BattleBit,
You just
Guys.
installed that last week.
Fall Guys, Downwell. I played a lot of games.
Well, I love it. He picks
played
3 huge titles and then follows with the most niche indie game. You probably haven't even beat the first level in that game.
I have
right?
not.
Right.
You were
all right.
playing,
You don't
Enter
fucking
the
play
Gungeon.
Downwell.
I play a lot of freaking games, bro. I'm getting tired of this guy. This guy. I wanted to say I wanted to say fuck.
No,
but
I appreciate it. Stop the boosh.
like I wanted to say I've tried many games. I've never asked any one of y'all to play a game because it's like I know you guys play different games, so I'm not gonna lead you down this path to play a freaking game and then you have me tell me, oh, this man doesn't know shit about games. Like
The thing that I have like a love-hate relationship with is when Tony finds something very interesting in a new game and we're all sitting and he will not stop saying how amazing it is. Oh my God, this is so cool. And everything. Oh my God. I wish you guys could see this. It's so amazing.
my bad. I just be enjoying the game.
That amazing.
That's
I've never heard Tony be like, oh my God, no shit, no, the new gun is crazy. Oh my God, this is crazy. The way it shoots, the vibration. Oh my, look at the recoil. Oh, it's so nuts.
That's insane.
Wow, look at this area. It's so incredible. Wow. And he'll just keep doing that till you're just like, damn. All right, I'm going to stop playing what I'm playing. I'll pick Ratchet and Clank back up. I'm going to continue it now. And then it's not that incredible. Like the game is good. Sorry, whatever Tony's ranting and raving about, it don't be that good.
What about when he was in the glitch that one
We were
time?
playing Returnal, remember?
Yeah, that's a good time. He got in the glitch.
I got in
Is it
the
the
glitch. And I aced that game until Doughboy came around and I just stopped playing it. I lost taste for that
I
game,
made
bro.
him stop playing it.
Yeah, I lost
So we
taste.
came around. Who had a PS5 first? You or Doe?
Me.
I think you, yeah. He went to like Walmart or something and
Waited in line for 15 blistering hours.
Oh my god.
It was a long time.
I
I
was
don't
one
know
of
if
the
it was
last
15.
PS5 dudes.
Actually, now I have a better twist to this thing, and it's mostly gonna fall on me and at my will. But
So many twists and turns.
how much credibility do I have in anything with you guys? Like, is there something?
If you told me stuff about guns, I would be. I don't know many people, but you're probably like you and Adam are the people like talking about guns. I'd be most
Adam knows
inclined
way
to
more
just,
about guns than I do.
Yo,
too.
for sure. But I'm just picking two people out of a hat. Like, you guys would be the people I'd be most inclined to just take the information at face value. And I almost take no information. Y'all know me. I fact check everything.
Yeah.
People be the tiniest bit of information, I'll Google right away. But like,
Dude,
y'all talking about guns.
I fact check mid conversation all the time. You ever see my phone pop up when we're talking? Sometimes it's me fact checking the things that are being said to me.
I love one time Tony was like, "That's what we call in the car a titty." It's like the car.
Tony, you lost your credibility a long time. Yo, we were like 16 years old. I got a flat tire.
Yo.
My dad came out to help me replace the tire. Tony's kicking my tire, talking about bam, bam. He's kicking a different tire that's not flat. I'm like, bro, you're about to create more problems for me. He's like, you see what you got right there? That's called the titty. Basically, the tire was like slightly underinflated, so it had like a little bulge. He was like, that's called the titty. That's what we in the industry call a titty. And I'm like, bitch, we're in 11th grade. What industry are you in, bro? What are you talking about?
That's not what a titty is. A titty on the thing is where air gets past the inner seal where the air is actually supposed to be in the inner tube, and it gets gets in between. It's a bubble that pops. You can rupture your tire or whatever can happen to you while you're driving. That is what people call in the industry a titty.
So I'm sitting there kicking my tires.
Does
He was
it
trying to
involve
pop.
kicking the tires?
Yeah.
I was making sure.
Which is another thing Tony does. Tony tests everybody's shit. I be fact checking things. He be fact checking your furniture. If he sits on a chair and it makes like a creaking sound, he'll get up and he'll start. He's like pounding into it to see if it can hold him. But I'm like, that's putting way more stress than what you would have done if you just sat. So now if it breaks, you broke the chair. It's not that the chair was broken.
Bro,
Like,
don't let this nigga get a hold of your weed either, because he's breaking it apart, smelling it, dude. I'm like, you don't even smoke.
I don't, but I have to check it because I know it. I know about it. I read enough into that shit that I know about it. But yeah, going back to the furniture shit, I told Pooja, anytime you want to go buy a bed or some type of couch, bring me with you. I'm gonna test its durability. That's all I'm gonna do. I'm helping you out.
And I'll accept that. But
Somebody
you be
else's
doing it
shit.
in people's house.
Nah,
You'll
I've
sit
never
on
done
somebody's
that like that,
chair
bro.
and be like,
Yo,
"This is a sturdy chair."
crazy.
Like, you didn't need to do that. Like,
This is
you could
crazy.
be compromising the structural integrity of this chair with those gyrations, but
Yo, the credibility, you're losing points right now, Pooch. I don't go to people's house and just sit there and be like,
I didn't say you go to people's house
Go
and
like
just
this.
do that. I've seen you do this. Do furniture tests. Sorry, you're saying you've never been to someone's house and tested their furniture?
no. If they're telling me, like, I sit down on the furniture and I'll look at it, I'll be like, damn, this shit look like it might break. I'm gonna get off of it and get on something that's a little bit more stronger, right? Sit there, you got to do a little bit of movements. You got to feel it. I'm not like, yeah, all right, yeah, this is good. This chair is good. Like, I'm not doing all that. You're making that shit seem beast.
Bro,
Yeah,
I've
but
seen
you do
sit
give it
on
a
a
few
plastic
rocks.
chair
Yeah,
where the
you
four
gotta-
legs do that on you, and then you like hit like a little shimmy to see if you can stay in the chair. I would get up and be like, I don't even try to sit in a plastic chair. I see them plastic chairs, I'd be like, nah.
And I don't want to do
happening.
myself the embarrassment.
I'm not
unless
gonna
I can double them up. Once you double them up, it gets a little bit more integrity.
I've never had a mishap
It
with a
gets more
plastic chair.
credibility.
But just when you see those legs kind of
Start
they
bending.
go out a little bit, I'm
Uh-huh.
like, I'm not even living in that zone. I can't live in there. I got too much anxiety to stay in that chair. Like,
Yo, yeah, that's crazy. Nah, I can't do that either. As soon as I hear the crick or that little bend, I'm moving out of that chair so slow. It's not even funny. 'Cause you don't want to
broke
be
a
that
plastic
dude.
chair once, actually.
Same.
The
see that.
sturdiest plastic chair. The shit was like a throne of plastic. I was like 12 or something. I was sitting in there. I lost in some video game and I like flung my body back. And the fucking where the armrest was, it just detached. And then it was like a fucking spike that will stab you if you sit the wrong way. And I kept that chair for years, that spike.
That's crazy.
It's a danger chair, bro.
Yeah. What about you, though? What is something that I can tell you and you'll just take it for face?
I was gonna say food, but you don't like spicy. You don't like spices.
You don't need to have
You got
spicy
no
food.
food credibility.
You don't.
How?
You don't like sazons.
You don't like food. You don't eat food, bro.
I'm just fat off of air and water.
No, you just fat off of like fried chicken and barbecue.
No, I
and
barely
shit.
eat fried chicken.
Basic shit.
I eat.
You don't
good.
need a pickle. You don't need sushi. You don't need.
So that
fish.
takes away my
You
credibility
don't-
because I don't eat it.
ketchup
Yeah,
on pizza.
The gamut of foods that you
Can't
eat
shit
are
on that.
is so narrow that you're gonna tell me something is bad. I'm like, I'm gonna have to try it because like your opinions are pickles are bad. It's like
No,
I hate
my
pickles.
opinion is I
It's like,
hate
all right.
pickles. I'm not saying they're bad. I'm saying I hate them. I don't like them.
yeah. There's zero difference in our two statements.
Defeat.
But go off.
It's
That's the
tight.
dumbest shit I heard. There's no difference. We're talking about your opinion.
Yeah, and I'm not saying you're making it seem like I'm saying
There's no
that
fact
for
of
a
the
fact
matter.
that pickles are
No, there's no facts. This is all beauties in the eye of the taste bud in this
to
situation.
behold.
okay?
I feel like your taste buds haven't matured yet.
Bro, don't fucking talk, bitch. You be talking about the Twin Peaks got the best Cuban fucking sandwiches. I don't want to hear shit
Yeah, Doey
about
has
you
bad
saying about
food
food
takes.
takes. That's fucking
Doey has
wild.
bad
might
food
have-
takes, but he
that's
eats
some bad
more
food.
food than you. But
That
Doey
was-
also don't eat shit. He don't eat.
Yeah, he don't eat
sushi.
shit either.
Do you guys even eat sauerkraut?
I've tried it.
Yes,
I've
I
tried
love
it.
sauerkraut.
I've tried it.
Oh my
I'm not.
God,
I'm not a
it's
fan of
incredible.
it. I'm not a fan of it.
I need all of
I
it.
know you're not a fan of it.
Y'all motherfuckers never had swordfish. How about that? I have.
I can't.
Fantastic.
I can't eat anything from the
Swordfish.
sea.
Because I don't
You have
fucking
swordfish
hang
with
out
them?
with the fucking salt life people. I've never even seen a swordfish
So you never.
in any capacity.
But you hang out with a whole bunch of Japanese people or whatever people to eat sushi all day, every day.
I went to Japan, yeah. So I ate a lot of
You ate
Japanese
sushi
food.
before you went to Japan.
Yeah.
Okay, so take that shit out the fucking window. You
Where
be
the
eating
fuck do I go to eat a swordfish? I don't know where
any
to go.
fucking store that sells fish has swordfish.
Any store that sells
Well,
fish.
not any.
What does
any
that
stores.
mean? A
Mostly,
store?
any.
Is there sushi
store
with
that
like
has fish?
cooked meats in it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chicken, like a chicken one?
Yeah, they suck. You're lame.
You want real? If
So
you're gonna
I
eat sushi,
can't-
you eat raw
I
fish.
cannot
if you want
eat-
sushi.
I'm allergic.
To raw fish?
I'm allergic to fish. I'm allergic to anything from the
If
ocean.
I grab a fish
Crustaceans.
and slap you with it, you're gonna break out in hives.
He's
my
gonna
nigga.
break out in hives. He slap him with a fish.
Why does Tony's
The juice of
solution always
fish-
involve slapping someone with something?
Cause this man's outrageous. I want to slap the shit out of him, thinking he knows for a
What,
fact.
I'm not credible. I
I don't
have
think-
allergies.
All right, I'm gonna test that shit out next time
I
we're
can't-
together.
You can eat
Eat
fresh
shrimp.
fish, right?
I could eat from fresh water, from
Yeah.
water, so I can eat
That's what I
tilapia.
meant
All
by
the
fresh
bullshit,
fish, my bad.
all the bullshit fish.
Yeah.
They're all whack. They're all suck.
and you've
they're-
known this because you
He
broke
eat
out in hives.
bass and catfish and shit.
Yeah, it sucks.
Fried catfish, though, is a southern delicacy.
Yeah,
Fried catfish
because
is good.
So is
They
frog
made it-
legs, but who the fuck wants to eat that?
I don't think frog legs are a delicacy.
yeah,
You're
I think
tripping.
it's a thing people in the South eat.
I was trying to find a good place to get frog legs in Louisiana when I was down there. I was curious. I've never tried them before.
It's a
Somebody was
delicacy. They
going
got
to-
them things hung up.
My dad said they
Drying
taste
them
like
up.
chicken.
That's what
I
I've heard.
had
I've heard.
alligator nuggets. They were not very good. They tasted a little swampy.
Little gamey, right? Yeah.
Somebody told me they were going to Louisiana. They were like, "Oh, we're going to New Orleans." I'm like, "Don't go to the Museum of Death." My friend told me he didn't like it, and they were like, "We weren't gonna go to the Museum of Death." I was like, "All right, stay away from there."
Also, let's rewind a little bit. Tony tried one food, the swordfish, that's like, I guess, medium exotic. It's like, I've tried swordfish and none of y'all have tried. It's just a weird thing. Like, I've never heard of anybody eating swordfish. This is a brand new thing. The only thing I know about swordfish,
the best
you can ride them in
tasting fish
Donkey
to
Kong
eat.
Country, That's it.
Facts.
Is that even a marlin? That's what you're talking
It's
about? Marlins?
No,
Is that
I'm
a
saying a
swordfish?
swordfish. No, this is a different fish.
I don't know the difference, you see.
I feel
I'm
like
not a
they
fish
are
connoisseur.
different fish, but I don't know what the
It's a
difference is
different
between
fish.
those fish.
No, a swordfish is the most fantastic fish you can eat. It's the most beautiful. It's not even taste like fish. I think that's why I like it. I don't like the fishy taste. Just like the gamey taste of fucking alligators and shit. I don't like that gamey taste. I don't like that fishy taste. I used to eat fish all the time as a kid. But I grew out of that for some reason. My body don't like it. Or the gamiest taste or whatever the shit is. Swordfish is fantastic. I would love to eat swordfish. I would also like to try tuna. Maybe tuna's not even a fishy type taste. Never had tuna. Never. I don't even know where to go and properly get a good slice of tuna.
Like a tuna sandwich? Or like the fish tuna?
Like actual fish tuna. Yeah.
You don't know where
Last
you go to
resort,
any
probably.
Japanese restaurant, they have tuna. Anyone.
Maybe I'll
Or
try
Dave's
that
Last
for
Resort.
for my first sushi roll up.
That place smells
Dave's
like
Last
the ocean,
Resort.
I love that place. They
Bro. I
have
hate
so much.
that fucking place. And even the wings, I enjoyed the chicken
not
wings
that
there.
good.
They tasted a little fishy. Like you'd get like a little hint of like,
It's like they
There's a
mix them
little
in the
fish in
same
this.
bowl that they do
I
fish.
think they
in.
just fry everything in the same oil. So yeah.
That could be
All right,
it, honestly.
But let's continue real quick. Mateo, what's the incredible thing about Tony? That's what we were doing the rounds.
I've never had to consult him on this because I'm not from Florida, but I feel like Tony's ability to navigate his sense of direction, his driving, I think that's all pretty strong. I would trust him on that if I was getting directions from him or something, because I know the man drives a lot and all over that damn state. So like,
Facts.
And
His
I'll-
communication would be fucked up, but he knows where to go.
He wouldn't be able to tell you how to get there. But he'll
I'm
know how
gonna
to
give
get
you a
there.
half clap for that one. Though. That's it. I'm gonna give you a half
and
clap.
I'll trust Tony when he comes to talking about like a shooter. Like, granted, I think that he's biased when it comes to like Call of Duty and like Battlefield, but other shooters he's going to give an honest opinion on them, and I'll trust him when it comes to those types of games.
Most
He
respect.
told me He told me BattleBit's good. BattleBit is actually good. It is hard, but it is good.
Extremely.
I told you guys BattleBit was good. All right? I put y'all on. All right, let's get this straight. We're back to the put on. I put y'all on Battle. All right, Tony. What do you think you're the most credible? What's the thing that you have the most credibility on?
Damn, I did not expect that question. Most credibility of what I do.
I would say, I would assume in pumps.
Anything that has to.
You work in pumps.
Well,
I would think you have a
think-
good amount of credibility. Like,
Like-
if you told me about pumps, I'd be like, he's a pump man. He knows about pump. He works in pumps and pump accessories. Like
propane and propane. I would say anything hands-on, like anything
He
that
made
has
a
to
table.
anything that has to do with outside work, like any, survival, carpenter, anything construction-wise. I think out of us four, I have that. I can fucking do it.
I'll give him that.
We have talked about this previously about how Tony claims he can start a fire no problem in the woods, and we need to record this. This needs to be some content that we make happen.
Bro, I can start a fire with a broken lighter with no fluid, no fluid in it. No.
You're talking about, so you can still spark it though.
yeah, that's easier.
Yeah, I'm just telling you what I
That's
can
the easy
do.
part. Yeah.
You just need some tinder and then you spark it.
Well, no.
I want to see you rubbing the stick. That's what I want to see in my life.
For sure. I can start a fire in the wilderness, no problem. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, I can do it.
I think I could start a fire with sticks. I think I'll have a big problem doing it.
I think it would be fun to have all four of us to like build our own little fire and try to start it just with sticks. No lighter fluid, no lighters.
I'll say this: I might be the best at it, but it'd be a cheating, right? I own John Plant's book. I don't know yet. John Plant has a YouTube channel.
What's that?
What is his YouTube channel called? But he's like a white dude. He just lives in the wilderness for a while, and he does a lot of weird stuff. Like he'll build huts. He cuts trees down. He'll make a stone axe. He goes to like a river stream. He like gets iron out of the river stream to make little iron like.
Is this
things.
primitive something?
Primitive technology. I watch every single video that uploads. I watch him, and I own his book. So I might be I might be ahead of the game, but I've never started a fire with sticks. But I know the process.
Didn't like a fake subculture pop up because of this guy with Indian people and like people from like
not just Indians,
TikTok?
but there's a lot of fake shit. But the Indian shit is crazy.
I've seen it with Indian people. I've seen it with like Mexican and Central American people.
Yeah.
And like some of them you see like the track marks from the excavator in the background.
I'm gonna give you
they'll go out there with a stick and they'll fucking make a palace out of they'll dig a hole like huge hole like how many square feet of dirt they're taking it out with their bare hands and just throwing it out. It's like, have you ever seen a construction crew try to do this? Dig a hole this big? It'll take them probably multiple days. Like, it's just the idea that they're doing this with a stick, and at the end of the day, they're lounging in a pool is just so ridiculous.
Yeah, it's a one-day build, apparently.
Is when they find like a river stream and they just like hook up a couple pieces of bamboo and like make a fucking pipe. And I'm like, it's like, yeah, you guys did that and then just ran a water hose right into it. Like, don't play yourself. Like,
I'm gonna give you guys one quick tip, one like fun fact. If you're ever stuck in the woods or some type of wilderness, heavy, or you don't know where to go, where there's city life or anything like that.
I watched Hey Arnold. Okay, go ahead, hit me with it.
If you
football head.
Find a, if you
talk about the moss,
no moss. If you find a river or a stream, follow that flow. It's gonna lead you to civilization, no matter where you're at. It's gonna lead you to it. Always follow the stream, follow the river. It's gonna lead you to a city or some type of village or wherever it's at. You'll find life. If you're ever stuck in the wilderness, trust me. So that's
what if you're stuck in the swamp, in the water, and it's big water, wide water? Which way do you walk?
It's gonna have a flow.
About a river.
Yeah,
no.
Or it's gonna have some type of flow. All
them Everglades shits, them shits is just still water. You're fucked if you end up.
Everglades is dangerous because you got animals you got to survive. Like that's dangerous. I don't even know.
Remove all the terrible creatures like the big snakes and the alligators and
if you remove all the creatures, I can
remove all those
us
creatures
out of that swamp for sure.
What?
I can guide us out of that swamp for sure.
I think we're dead.
Gators are just big, cuddly dogs anyway, dude. My Uber driver already told me about this when I was in Florida. Just the big, cuddly cats, basically.
Anyways, the grandpa in Hey Arnold claims that moss always grows on the north side of a tree. That's how you'll know your sense of direction. I don't know how true this is, but this fact has stood with me forever. I assume it's not true. That seems
completely wrong. Like it's rooted in a little bit of reality because it has to do with like the path that the sun travels across the sky. Is that side is more likely to be northern on the trees or something like that. This is what I've read, but it does not mean that moss will only grow on the north side of trees.
There's also the North Star. I mean, there's the North Star as well, but
Hey Arnold,
I be looking for the North Star in the sky. They talk about the brightest star.
I can never tell. I've got astigmatism too. Like,
and the brightest star don't be over there. I be thinking that all this North Star talk, those people were like in Europe and shit. I don't know. Maybe, the sky be a little different in different parts of the world. You know what I'm saying?
So it says here, moss will grow on any hard surface, including the sides of trees. But they prefer to grow on north-facing surfaces because they like the darker, more humid environment. If you don't see any moss growing on trees, also check the rocks. Little fun fact.
So you just take the average. You see 50 trees, it's like 40 of them got moss on one side. That's probably north. Right?
Imagine
Harold wasn't lying. I take it back. What's his name? Craig Bartlett? You're gonna save me one day. I've never forgotten about the moss. All right.
I've been saying it for the longest. It's good to know how to survive if shit happens, like how to hunt, how to.
Oh wait, I agree. It's good to know how to survive if shit happens. 100%.
If shit doesn't
Will
happen,
shit happen? I haven't had to survive yet, and I'm in my 30s, so I probably not have to survive in my life.
I love the people that are like they're the people who save up a lot of stuff. We're gonna get hit with an EMP. It's gonna happen anytime now. All right.
And one
Just
of these
waiting
Republican
to
people are
happen.
trying to tell me that the food trucks already know about it, and the food shortages are coming. I've been waiting for the food shortages since the pandemic started. Shit has not happened. I know people that have food stores, like they're ready for The Last of Us. They're waiting for Outbreak Day. They got water, food, canned goods, all types of shit. Shit's a little crazy.
For our last topic, ladies and gentlemen, if you had to pick one movie and you could only watch it one time, never again, what would it be? And why? Is that not it?
Every time.
Is that
Every
botched?
time. Yes, it's
You pick
not
one movie, you can only
movie.
watch it one time.
Why are you limiting us to one?
It's movies that you only have to watch one time. Here, I'll give an example. I'll start us off. Schindler's List, amazing movie, fantastic movie. I don't need to watch it a second time. It's a heavy movie. It deals with a lot of really heavy shit. I don't need to watch Schindler's List more than once. I watch it once. I said it's a great movie, and I'm done with it. The Schindler's List is not a movie that I'm going to friends and being like, bro, you should come over to my house. We're gonna watch Schindler's List.
You know what movie I did like though? The Pianist.
I feel like that would be one of those one and done movies for me, though. Like,
Yeah?
have you watched it multiple times? Like, is that?
Yeah, I've watched it multiple times. Yeah.
I don't know.
I've watched Schindler's List multiple times.
Have you really?
Yeah, I watched it when I was in junior high school, and I've seen it again as I've grown up. It's a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would watch a lot of weird movies once. I would Fight Club watch it one time.
I'm kind of down. I'm kind of down with that. I'm actually kind of down with that.
You guys are nuts.
I think that's a kind of movie you have to watch again because
That's a movie that once
yeah.
you figure out how everything plays out, it's
a
fun to
second
watch
watch
it
is
again.
like
and see.
fundamental to
but-
the plot.
But
Because
Maybe it's
then you realize
maybe it's because I came into that movie with it spoiled. Like I knew the twist in that movie before I came into it. So
They
like
fucking ruined that for you. Then that sucks, man.
I've talked about it before. I don't mind spoilers. I feel like it lets me skip to that second viewing of a movie and start looking for some of the subtext and things like that ahead of time. You know?
Yeah, I guess. All Fast and Furious movies I watch at one time.
Titanic.
One time.
Oh, yeah, it's
Are
definitely
y'all
one
watching
time, yeah.
Titanic multiple times? That movie's like a 3.5 hour long movie too.
Those are two VHS.
James Cameron, go fuck yourself.
Damn.
This guy is insane, you know.
Going after the man there.
So, for me, a movie that I haven't even watched one time fully, I stopped it. I will never continue it. Uncut Gems. All right,
Yeah, that's a
Adam
one time.
Sandler. Yo, this movie was giving me a panic attack. Like I could not watch this. I will not watch it. I will never watch that movie. It's a man with a gambling addiction. He just proceeds to make all the worst decisions possible. Every time he's about to get out of this hole and become good and be in a good place, he's like, wait, I could pay all my debts with this money. But if I gamble it, I can make 5 times the amount. And I'm like, don't do it. And then he does it. And like, yo, midway through the movie, I just turned it off. I was like, I can't keep watching him just ruin himself. It's just, so I don't know how the movie ends or anything, but I'll never watch that. Yeah. That's one. That's half and done for me.
Dude, Castaway. Are you
One
rewatching
time,
Castaway?
bro. One time.
I've watched it.
I didn't think it was a bad movie, but like,
I've rewatched Castaway.
yeah, I've watched Castaway twice.
did you
Tom Hanks.
feel like it was a good use of your time when you finished that second time after you finished the 3-hour-long movie? He's over there at the crossroads at the end of that movie. You're like, I feel good about watching this a second time.
I remember every time I get to that part, I'm just bored. I'm like, all right, let's get this shit over with.
The middle
You
part
got
is the most
found.
exciting part of that movie, dude.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'll watch it only one time, and that's it. And that's all the Godfathers. I'll watch them one time,
Ooh.
and that's it. I don't.
But
even
I
watch
know
them.
you don't even watch movies. You can't even tell me what
This
happens
is
in any of
crazy.
these movies. So I know.
I think I can't tell them.
Man,
After the pod, when Doey leaves, says I don't want to spoil the Godfather for Doe because
You still haven't watched it?
in his fucking 30s. It's 2023, and this guy hasn't watched the Godfather. It's fucking nuts.
And you say
You're
I
not
don't
gonna
watch
spoil for him.
movies.
I want you to tell me, but you're gonna Google the plot too. So
The plot of what? Godfather 1?
This is a topic right here. This is Tony explains the plot of movies that Pucho doesn't believe that he's seen.
That's like
That's not a
really
bad
good.
topic.
Yeah.
He's talking about only watch the Godfather once. That's crazy. These movies are they're the greatest movies ever made.
I think it's
Godfather
something
1.
so good you only need to enjoy it one time.
No.
Yeah. You're
What
gonna
else do you
value
do
it
that
more
with?
if you do it one time.
You
You're
had
gonna
a
value it more.
perfect steak. You're gonna get that steak again. It was such a good experience. What
Nothing
else
could
do we
be
do
as
this?
good as the first time. Can't.
So
So
still,
it's
the
never
second time
gonna
is
be.
still better than fucking the PDQ sandwich you want to eat forever. Like,
All right, this one might be a hot take. Tenet.
Oh my god!
I haven't seen it, but it feels like a movie you need to watch multiple times. Anything with time travel, I feel like you need to watch multiple times to really like.
It's like time skip. That shit there gave me a headache.
what makes you say you only want to watch it once?
It's fucked my brain. It just was a brain fucking of proportions. I'm gonna be honest. After like India and stuff like that, when after like literally the shit goes off the rails, and I have no idea what the fuck's going on. Yo, I watched that movie and then I spent the next 2 weeks trying to figure it all out on YouTube videos to explain all these timelines and all these lines. And I'm like, all right. What I did think was that war scene in the end, that was very creatively shot. That looked cool. The stuff blowing up, the people flying and stuff like that. One team moving in forward moving, one team running backwards. It's silly, but some of it really looked cool. Yeah.
I'm with you. I watched Tenet once. I have not rewatched it. I loved it. My wife got pissed off at me because the whole movie I kept pausing it, and I was like, "Oh my god!" I was like mind blown every like 5 minutes, and I had to like explain what was mind blowing to me, and she was just so done with me. She was like, "Just fucking play the movie." Just
It's like you're turning a 2-hour-long movie into a 4-hour-long movie.
Yeah, for sure. She got mad at me. But yeah, I haven't gone back to rewatch it. I don't know if I will.
I wish that I had like that profound feeling when I saw that movie. I just was like, what the fuck is happening? Like, I was so lost. They
Another
explain
one.
it at the end, but still.
Another one that's gonna touch some of you guys' hearts. One time watch. Goodfellas. One time.
Oh,
Don't
that's
need to watch
insane.
it now.
That
This
is
is-
insane.
It's awesome how we're having this conversation following the credibility. These are the things that just, I tell you, man, you tell me something about a movie and I take zero stock in it. I'm
my
just like,
God.
Goodfellas.
Oh,
my God.
man.
I would watch Forrest Gump more than once though. That's a good movie.
Sure, it's a great movie.
Uh,
Why wouldn't you
I-
watch Goodfellas more than once?
I enjoyed it. I just think that
Sorry, do you rewatch movies? That's the better
I do.
question.
I do.
Okay, because there's a lot. I know. I have friends that are like, I will never rewatch a movie. It's a waste of my time. I've already seen it. Why do I want
Goodfellas
to?
is a classic. That's my be top 10 90s best movie all time.
But you only need to watch it once.
But I can only I would only watch it once. and I would enjoy it it would live in my brain forever, like it does now. I enjoyed the scene of them laughing at the bar, sitting there just laughing his ass off so much. And I forget his name, but the dude took an offense to the laughter. What's his name?
Joe Pesci is the actor. I don't remember his Sonny. Is he Sonny? Is that one of the other ones?
Sonny is
the main dude.
What's his Robert De Niro.
Yeah, and I don't think it's Sonny. I forget the kid's name, the dude's name. But that scene is classic. Plenty more scenes in there. I'm just saying, like, those movies will live forever in my head, so I can only watch it once, and I'll be fine with those. Watching.
Here's a huge hot take. Every single Marvel movie ever created.
Those ain't hot takes.
With you on that. Yeah, it's a hot take. People love the Marvel.
They're long as shit, so I understand.
I'm a Marvel dude. I have certain ones that I enjoy rewatching. I have certain ones that I have never watched, and I have some that I'm like, once was enough. That's all I need. Ant-Man, the Quantumania one. Once was enough. I'm good.
I'm gonna rewatch the latest Spider-Man that just came out for sure.
If I could turn that Quantumania watch into 0 watches, I think I would actually.
Good Will Hunting, another one time.
What are you? All right, what is your criteria? What does it mean? What are you saying when you want to watch it one time?
I would never watch it again. I only watch it one time.
Why? I don't understand that.
I didn't really like Good Will Hunting at all.
Again, credibility in the shitter. What are you saying?
I'm picking movies that I would only like to watch it one time and never again.
How's Good Will Hunting not a good movie?
I didn't like it. I don't know.
What happens in Good Will Hunting?
He's a janitor. And he's fucking extremely smart. He figures out the equation. I think it was the equation, but he figures out the math problem, and they're trying to figure out who the hell did it, and they didn't believe him. That he had no credibility.
This is like the intro to the movie.
You asked me, damn, how deep you want to go? You want to
know
go
what's
scene
the
by
plot
scene?
Like what happens in the movie?
This is freaking ridiculous.
How does the movie end?
He gets.
I just don't believe you watch these movies.
No, relax.
All right.
I know he has a therapist. He gets treatment for it at the end, and I think it like helps him. Some shit like that helps him. It's foggy, but I mean, I only watched it once. I never went back.
It's one of the best movies ever made.
Ben Affleck tells his friend, "The best part of my day is when I don't see your fucking face," and then he goes to see about a girl.
Yeah, then he goes sees a girl. I forgot Ben Affleck was in that movie too. Yeah, he was a little.
I always thought that Ben Affleck's speech was pretty funny, where he tells him, "My best part of the day is when you're not here, and I think you're not gonna show up, and I'm never gonna see you again."
But it's cool. I've met people like that.
Mm-hmm. You just want better for him. Makes sense.
It's such a beautiful movie. I can't believe it's a. I didn't like. I don't know. All right, here's one.
Even Robin Williams is in that movie. Another great actor. He was the guy that needed help.
He ad-libbed that entire story about his wife farting. Like that was just a Robin Williams made up story, basically.
He's the guy who helped.
Yeah, he helped. Yeah,
Matt Damon.
Yeah, I said it the other way.
The Road. Have you guys watched The Road?
The Road is good.
No,
I've only watched this movie one time. Occasionally, I want to watch it again, but I just don't. It's a horrible, horrible, horrible feeling watching this movie. It's this post-apocalyptic story of this man and the characters are named Man and Boy. It's a man and a boy surviving in a world that's been nuked to smithereens. There's no food.
Oh, yeah.
They're just starving to death the whole movie, and it's just so depressing to watch as this whole thing plays out. I've just never been able to sit there and just watch it again. It's
that's a good movie.
It's depression inducing movie.
I feel that completely. I think that's a fantastic pick. Also, the novel was amazing, and R.I.P. Cormac McCarthy. He died recently.
I've never read the book. Maybe it's on my list. Maybe I'll relive a horrible thing through.
Any movie that Vigo's in is a pretty decent movie. It's definitely dark. Most of the movies that he's in.
It's your first good movie take ever.
Yeah.
Do you like Lord of the
Credibility
Rings?
Yes, I do.
Just
I
wondering.
can't. I cannot watch that one time. That has to be multiple times. Harry Potter's another good thing too. I would watch those more than once.
Ugh.
Whoa! You would only watch Harry Potter.
Harry Potter movies are good.
You would watch Harry Potter only once, though.
I think I've only watched the first movie. I'm not into that small
They
series.
They actually do get a lot better after the first movie. The first movie is probably the weakest of the entire bunch.
I felt
I love
it when
it.
I was watching.
I
it.
love Sorcerer's Stone. I love Chambers of Secrets. I haven't actually watched. What's the third movie? Is it the Deathly? No,
The Boy That Lives.
Prisoner of Azkaban.
Prisoner
Prisoner of
yeah.
Azkaban. I haven't watched it. Everybody says it's
Thinking
one of the
of the
best
Boy Who
ones. And I
Lives.
watched Goblet of Fire. I've seen those 4. I got dragged to the movie. I've seen. They're good movies. They're good. They're okay. They're not amazing.
I would say
the soundtrack's fantastic.
I want to do some hot takes, some real hot takes.
You know what's a hot take? If we switch it to shows, they get Game of Thrones only once.
I mean, we could. Can't we do shows?
I don't think that's a hot take, honestly. Game of Thrones only once.
It's long. You don't got
It's great. You can go back and watch it. That has replay value.
It's long.
At least
but,
season
like,
1.
People really did not like the last 2 seasons.
Yeah,
I think that people were a little off. I think that seasons are better than they remember them being. I think that like even the decisions, the Daenerys going crazy and all that. If you watch the earlier seasons, it's hinted at. It happened fast in those last 2 seasons, but it's not like as out of nowhere as everyone made it seem like when those seasons were happening. But I can kind of see watching just Game of Thrones once through and being, oh, I'm good on this.
Yeah, a lot of people would complain about like towards the end that they would be zipping and like to these locations, but unlike when I think about filmmaking and I watch like the Raiders of the Lost Ark, it kind of does the same thing. Like they keep moving you from exotic location to exotic location, and there's no real like, oh, how long did it take them to get there? No, they're there and now they're fighting for a reason.
To be fair, though, in Indiana Jones, they did the classic map with the red line moving across and the plain like transparency layer. Like they did some stuff to show traveling happens.
Facts.
And to be unfair to Game of Thrones, in the earlier seasons, like at the end of the first episode, they start like there's a journey. There's a whole episode going towards King's Landing. It feels like events happen, time passes, things occur. All throughout the season, as people are traveling around Westeros, time is progressing. It takes time, things change, blah, blah, blah. Towards the end of the show, they'll be in one place, and the very next scene, it's not necessarily the problem that the very next scene they're in a new place, is that it must have taken them weeks to get from one place to another.
But they treat it like it happened 5 minutes ago.
It's like 5 minutes later. The situation in King's Landing, exactly the same. The tension is still on this thread. We're on a needle. It's this crazy tension, and it's been there for weeks because this guy just traveled there, and like it just feels weird. It's like, oh, no time at all passed, but this guy was just chilling in King's Landing. He went all the way to the wall, and then he went back to King's Landing. And I'm supposed to like believe that everybody's. It just feels weird. I don't know.
I got another
It
hot
feels
one for y'all,
disjointed.
boys.
That's honestly the worst part of the last 2 seasons. I think people like focused on the wrong things to complain about with those last couple of seasons.
I got another hot take for y'all.
All right,
boys.
this might be. I'm not doing hot takes. I mean, we could do hot takes. I don't have many hot takes. Have y'all watched The Boy in the Striped Pajamas?
No.
Yes, once.
No.
Oh man, I'm not rewatching that movie. Horrible.
No, I won't watch it at all now. Thank you.
No apologies. It's a good movie.
Oh.
It's just gut wrenching. It's a kid in like a Nazi camp. Like he's a Jewish kid. He's like in a Nazi camp. Befriends the son of like the officer who runs that camp. And these like 2 boys like become friends, and they like sneak in and out of the concentration camp to like hang out and stuff. And some gut wrenching things happen in this movie. It's
Maybe it's a lot of Holocaust movies that are one and done, because you made me think of this other one that I watched when I was a kid. Life is Beautiful. You ever see that one?
No.
It's also like it's a kid and his father. They end up going to like this this concentration camp, but the father is spending the entire time in the concentration camp trying to convince his son that it's like that it's a fun camp. Like he's doing a lot of things to try to like hide his son from the horrors of what they're actually going through. It is heart-wrenching. Like it is such an incredibly sad movie. I think that would be a one and done for me. It has been a one and done so far in my life.
Yeah. You know what show I also think is a one and done? What's that one that was really famous that everybody got? It's like you play little children's games, and if you die, what is it?
Squid Game.
Squid Game. Yeah, that's a one and done. I'm not going back to watch that again.
You're not watching season 2?
Season 2 I watched, but I'm saying watch season 1 again. I'm not. I'm never gonna watch that again.
I have such a hard time going into season 2 when it's been like several years between without going back and rewatching the first season.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And
This is a little twitch.
Futurama is about to start a new season again, so I've been working my way back through Futurama again right now. Like,
It's great.
I'm gonna hit you
What were you
guys.
saying?
Have you guys watched Black Mirror yet? The new episodes?
No.
The first episode is nuts. It's absolutely
Really?
bananas. You guys got to watch it right now. It's amazing.
I'll watch
That's
it.
it. That's all I got to
So-
say. Have you
okay.
watched Black Mirror at all, though?
Yeah.
The
but
first
I
episode
haven't-
of the new season is fire.
It's just all
Yeah, I think
random episodes of like random things. It's not like all like really coinciding, right?
yeah,
Like,
it's not all connected or anything. I mean, the first episode of Black Mirror was insane. Wasn't the first episode the one with the politician and the pig?
Yep.
That it was I almost did not continue watching the show after that episode because I was like, this is weird. This is a lot going on.
Oh, I
here.
thought it was
Yeah.
the one where you could rewind your whole entire day of your life.
I
I
thought
think
it
I
was the
was-
one with the pig. Maybe
It's the
maybe
pig.
It was the pig. It's the
Netflix
pig.
orders it in a stupid way. I don't know why.
Okay.
It's the pig.
All right.
I did not
The
like
pod-
that episode
some
either.
Prime Minister's daughter, somebody gets kidnapped, and they're like, the only way we're gonna let this girl go is if the president goes on TV and fucks a pig live
for the entire country to watch.
in front of
Like,
live
That's funny.
broadcast on TV. I'm fucking that pig.
Yeah.
Hells yeah.
I think that's the answer in that's if you trust the kidnappers to keep to their word. That's the
Here's
answer,
this
right?
one. Here's another hot take for y'all boys. You guys gonna think I'm batshit crazy, probably. Any Robin Williams movie, one time.
Wow. Aladdin,
One time.
Flubber.
You're never gonna say
One
that
time.
about Jack. All right.
One time.
What
All
are you
of them.
basing this on?
What dreams may come?
Any
Hook?
fucking. Oh my god.
Good Will Hunting,
This is
Insomnia,
Like a Vietnam.
Toys,
Dead Poet Society,
Doubtfire,
Gordon
Jumanji.
Morning.
One
Vietnam.
Time.
One time.
What are you basing
I'll
this
be
on?
okay.
I'm gonna keep asking. This is
Oh,
unbelievable.
just because they're good movies, but they're not good enough to just want me to go back and watch them again. Like,
Wow.
Mrs.
Okay, so this is even a
Doubtfire?
hotter take. You're saying Robin Williams movies aren't good enough to rewatch. You're nuts. Again,
Okay.
your credibility is at an all-time low. Unbelievable. You should have kept all these opinions hidden in your brain.
All right.
Editor,
Here's-
drop that credibility meter right here.
Yeah. All right, here is a better critique. Any Vin Diesel movie, I only need to see once. I only need to see any Vin Diesel movie once.
Accurate. Accurate.
Ooh,
Triple
I'm curious.
X.
Now I'm curious. What is in the Vin Diesel filmography?
Pitch
There's the
Black.
Guardians of the Galaxy movies. You got to give the man credit.
Yeah, he's good.
The Iron Giant.
Iron Giant is
I'll take
good.
it back because I was just thinking
Yeah, I
like
was about to
the
correct
Fast
the
and the
shit out of
Furious
y'all.
movies and stuff like that. But I watched Guardians of the Galaxy 1 a couple times and I love the Iron Giant. Iron Giant, I cried like a baby watching the Iron Giant.
Same.
He's in Saving Private Ryan, but he has like the tiniest little part. Does that count as a Vin Diesel movie?
Yeah.
yeah, he's in it.
Yeah.
I think that movie made his career.
Like, I don't know. You guys are bugging though. This man has great movies.
Does he?
Riddick,
No, you don't.
Triple X, Babylon AD. The funny one of
Triple X.
I love he's got good movies and led with
The
Triple
Last
X.
Witch Hunter. He was in the Avengers.
The Last Witch.
The
Hunter.
Last Witch Hunter.
Pitch Black. Strays.
Now say
A Man
Bloodshot.
Apart. A Man Apart's another good movie.
Man Apart was his
The
most
Boiler
decent film.
Room. It was a decent movie.
Oh, you know what? Boiler Room is pretty good, but I've only watched that movie once.
Your opinion, your credentials
Saving
are an
Private Ryan.
all-time low.
I'll tell you what. If we're doing this shit by actors, I got another actor I would have rewatched no matter what movie he's in. You know who that is?
Who?
Morgan Freeman.
Wow.
Yo, this guy just sucks.
Wow.
What about any movie ever made by Nicolas Cage?
He's in all the Batman movies. You wouldn't rewatch the Batman movies.
No, I would. One
You're
time.
Christian Bale, Batman, you would.
One time.
You never even watched the Shawshank Redemption, so it doesn't
Wrap
even
this
matter.
Yeah,
shit
I've never
up,
seen
Tony.
Crazy.
Think I'm off the rails. Now we gotta wrap this shit up.
Is there
Anyways,
anything?
we do.
Is there anything that this guy that I mentioned was Nick Cage? Is there
Nicolas
anything you
Cage.
guys want to
I
watch
would
twice?
one time. One time.
Absolutely. Nick
time.
Cage. Nick Cage is hit or miss, man. Nick Cage can be genius and he can be garbage.
Gone in
like-
60 Seconds. You wanna
Gone in
watch that
60
again?
Seconds is a classic.
Fuck, I'll take it back. Gone in 60 Seconds fire. I'll watch that shit. I might watch it tonight or fall
He
asleep.
was in this crazy art house horror movie or like revenge artsy noir horror movie called Mandy. And it is batshit insane, but it is so good. He just there's a part where he kills these biker drug dealer dudes, and there's this pile of cocaine like on the table, and he just smashes his head into it, snorts all the cocaine, gets into a chainsaw sword fight with another person.
Oh my god!
It is batshit insane and so cool. Like,
You talk about
that movie
Willy's
is amazing.
Wonderland?
No, but Willy's Wonderland was pretty mid.
Con Air is Doughboy's favorite. Of course, you love
Con-
that.
I love Con Air. Oh my
Con
god!
Air is
Lord
good.
of War is classic.
He's in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Right. That's what I was gonna say.
Really?
Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
I didn't see that movie yet.
Spider Noir.
Very cool.
That's
He's
fire.
in Teen Titans Go.
Kick-Ass. I would watch Kick-Ass.
Kick-Ass is fire. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I almost shut on that for no reason.
He's in The Croods. The Croods is all right.
8mm is
Ooh,
actually a good
Croods
movie
is good,
that
yeah.
maybe I would only watch once.
I would watch National Treasure again because I found a drinking game to play with National Treasure.
That shit sounds
I
I
dangerous.
never
actually
watched
really
National
enjoyed the first
Treasure.
National Treasure. As stupid as those movies are,
It felt
Oh,
like
there's-
Indiana Jones.
They're so dumb, but they're fun. Adaptation is supposed to be good. I've only seen bits and pieces of that one though.
Bad Lieutenant is rewatchable.
Face Off.
I love Face
I'll
Off.
do that once.
I love Face Off so much. Face Off makes zero fucking sense, but it's fucking incredible.
And this isn't even getting into like old school Nick Cage, like Raising Arizona and like Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Like the man's all over the place. It is impossible to say whether Nick Cage is a good actor or a bad actor. He is just the actor.
go watch Vampire's Kiss. He's a terrible actor.
That one's insane. That one is absolutely bad.
Yeah, we used to watch this movie in college and just pick random things. We were like, drink. Just the movie is horrible. It's
What is
the-
horrible.
What is the new one that he's in where he just plays like Nick Cage? Like it's with like Pedro Pascal or something, and he just plays himself. And Pedro Pascal is like some kind of crime lord or something that just wants to hang out with Nick Cage, so he hires him to come and hang out with him.
no way. What?
The
Yeah,
unbearable,
weight of massive talent. Yeah, it's supposed to be a great movie.
It's supposed to be amazing.
Not
I
gonna lie
haven't
to y'all.
watched it.
I watched Scarface only once, and that's it.
I'm fine with that. That's fine.
That
with me.
movie's too long, but
It's too long.
you're
Yeah, I would
tripping.
say you're tripping.
Scarface is
Absolutely.
old though. Like back in the day, we used to rewatch things all the time. This is why I say you don't watch movies, Tony. You're living it right now.
I
How do you
watch
not
enough movies.
rewatch all the best movies ever?
Yeah.
But
No,
anyways,
no Morgan Freeman, no Robin Williams, no Godfathers.
Sad world. That's a sad world.
No Goodfellas. I'm only
We
watching
need-
Goodfellas once.
We need a definitive list before our next recording, Tony. We need your top 10 movies of all time or something.
Yeah.
that I
He's
will
gonna put
rewatch.
movies on there that he don't agree with. He's just gonna put movies to make it seem.
I
like
hate when he
likes
does
movies.
this shit. This is probably one of my biggest things I hate about Pucho. Other
No,
than
then
two
Triple
other
X
shit.
needs to be somewhere up there. Then it needs to be credible.
He won't put Triple X on there, even though in his heart.
You're
Triple
asking
X
me
is on
He
my
there.
10, my
wants
top
Triple
10. Triple X won't be in my top 10. You're asking me for my top 10 movies of all time.
What was the Steven Seagal? Oh no, it wasn't Steven Seagal. It was the what's that guy's name who he played also in the Street Fighter? Leon.
That might be a topic for next
Jean-Claude
time.
Van Damme?
Jean-Claude Van Damme. They swapped brothers or something like that. Little babies. They're separated at birth or something.
Are you
like
talking
that.
about the TV show that he was on where he was playing
Yeah.
like his twins or triplets or something
Yeah.
like that?
Yes.
I remember hearing about that one. I never watched a single episode.
Why are you thinking about this?
I don't know why. Just came to
Either
me.
way, ladies and gentlemen, if you agree with my movie choices or don't agree, doesn't stop you from hearing that share, like, and subscribe button. We're on all social media platforms.
It might have. They might have closed out the video 5 minutes ago when you said Morgan Freeman. You don't need to watch any of his movies.
As always, ladies and gentlemen, go one up yourself. Peace.